Hello everyone, it's Gladius. So Season 2 of Diablo IV is out and Necromancers are looking fantastic. That's no surprise, as if you look at the patch notes, with a general buff to overpower, buff to Rathma's Vigor, and a massive buff to minions, of course Necromancer is sitting in a great spot. With this build today, we're going to be zooming to level 50 as quick as we can using Bloodsurge. Now we're looking at the build up to level 50. This is going to be the fastest way to reach level 50 without a doubt on a Necromancer. There's a lot to go over, so let's get right into it.
When we're building our Necromancer for leveling, we're going to use our jewelry slots to hold the powerful aspects for our build. As opposed to the pieces that hold armor or more survivability stats, we want to be able to change those at will as we find upgrades, without losing an essential aspect. Neck and rings are going to stay the same for the entirety of the leveling process. So let's get into the gear. First, we're going to put the blood-bathed aspect on our necklace, and that's from Hoarfrost Demise and Fractured Peaks. Bloodsurge is our major damage source, so we're going to be able to buff this up by getting a second wave. To locate each of the aspects, hit Y, go to Codex of Power, and then find the codex that you want to have. By clicking on the codex, it's going to pin it on the map, which then you can hit M, and then you'll have your path drawn for you to reach the dungeon that has the aspect that you're looking for. Use this to find all the starting aspects for the build. Edgemaster's aspect is going to be on one of our rings. This is going to increase the damage of our Bloodsurge. Aspect of the Grasping Veins, this is going to buff up that first Bloodsurge after we group all the enemies up using Grasping Veins. The efficacy of the aspect makes up for the fact that we won't be changing our gloves until level 50. We're taking the aspect of Umbral because it's going to proc off of our corpse tendrils when they pull all the enemies in and stun them. Starting at level 5, you're going to start unlocking different Book of the Dead creatures. To open the Book of the Dead, hold shift and press C, and you're going to be able to see all of your options. Click on each individual skeleton. It's going to show you what you have available to you. You have a couple options, and then the choice is sacrifice. Sacrifice means you won't have the mob at all. We're going to be taking skeleton warriors. They have a 15% chance to make a corpse for you. You can use this for your tendrils combo. We'll take skeleton mages and use them as an essence resource as well. We're going to be going with a bone sacrifice for our golem. All right, let's get in the skill tree. First of all, we're going to be going up to Acolyte's Reap. This is going to make a corpse under a group of enemies where we can use our grasping tendrils on. Bloodsurge, we're going to go into Paranormal Bloodsurge. This is going to make it so that we can start overpowering with our Bloodsurge more often. Blood Mist is our major defensive and something that's going to make us unstoppable. We're going to go Corpse Explosion into Blighted Corpse Explosion. We're really going to benefit from Grim Harvest and Fueled by Death. Between our Blood Surges, we're going to be consuming corpses to be able to make more essence. Death's Embrace, our major damaging ability, is up close. We're going to be next to them when we're using it, so we want to take less and deal more. Over here, Corpse Tendrils this is a very powerful ability with just grouping up enemies, and also we're going to be speccing into gaining more blood orbs. We're going to go into more about why blood orbs are so important in just a second when we get to our Keystone passive. Next, we're going to go all the way into the blood tree, buffing our overpower damage and also just buffing our blood skill damage. And majorly all of our damage is coming from blood skills and overpowering blood skills. And we don't take an ultimate skill in this build, and we will go into Rathma's Vigor. So Rathma's Vigor is really important here because not only are we going to be able to overpower every 12 seconds, but we help reset that timer by collecting blood orbs. Our build is making blood orbs and putting them out so that we can collect them and reset our overpower stacks. Season 2 really had some major buffs to overpower. This is going to make Rathma's Vigor way stronger for Season 2. With the shiny new feature, the Vampire Powers. And I'll have a full guide to the description all about Vampire Powers, but let's talk about which ones we're looking for in this build. There's no way to know which packs we're going to gain first when we're leveling through because they are random things that we find on our gear. But what we can do is we can aim for several minor vampiric powers that are going to benefit us a lot based on our build. So first, Coven's Fangs is going to be really nice because it's going to scale with the amount of minions we have. And we are running minions since they got a huge buff in Season 2. Next, Hemomancy is going to be nice. This is going to scale nicely with our defensive maximum health build because once again, we are doing an overpowered build. So maximum health damage is nice and healing for maximum life is great. And then again, our minions are going to have a chance to restore our primary resource. This is super nice as well. And it's only one of the Infinity Pact, very cheap. And then Domination, 24% increased damage to our stunned enemies. We're running Corpse Tendrils, so this is going to go really nicely with that. And then also we're going to be running Undying. This is just a nice defensive one that's going to add to some healing as we're casting. And this is helpful to us because we are going to be up in the fray because we are using Bloodsurge.
All right, everyone, that's going to do it for the guide for the Bloodsurge Necromancer, the leveling guide to get you up to level 50. I'm going to have a 50 to 70 and 70 to 100 guide coming out.
Check the description for those. And if the video helped you out today, please rogue strike that like button. And if you want to stay tuned for more Diablo IV content in the future, please bash the subscribe. I appreciate your time today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.